And there he is. I want to hurry up and get this little guy back. There he is. I want to hurry up and get this little guy back in, but oh my gosh, what a gorgeous fish. And I'll explain what I did there, but let me get him back in the water. Hey guys, Iron Mike here with Lively Lakes Fly Fishing. Have to kind of talk loud. The stream's up pretty good. Got a lot of snow last night. It's April 2nd. Had the day off work and decided to head out and do my first self-film video ever. The goal of this video is not to catch a bunch of fish, but just come along with the journey. I want to show you a few techniques that I use, you know, some different casting techniques to get into some of these pools, whether it's, you know, roll casting in or, you know, a little bow and arrow cast, or sometimes I just dip it in. The key to catching the brook trout is don't spook them. They're pretty aggressive fish, and if you like to get out and explore, it's a great opportunity to have a blast on the water. Okay, I just want to quickly run over my setup. A lot of people like to use a small, what they call brookie rod for when they're chasing the native brook trout. But you know, I think there's so many advantages to a small rod, yes, but I think the advantages outweigh the advantage of a small rod with a larger rod. And the reason I say that is I'm using my 10-foot 2-weight syndicate rod, and I use it pretty much on a brookie stream, whether it's 3-foot wide, 10-foot wide, no matter the size. I understand they're, you know, laureled in, brushed in a lot, but like I said earlier, the key to catching brookies is not spooking those fish. So I just feel more comfortable with the longer rod. You can reach it out over the runs. You know, you can just stay back. So that's my weapon of choice today, is a 10-foot 2-weight. I'm gonna go over my leader real quick, and I really shortened down the leader for the brookie fishing. You can see it's about 4.5 foot tapered leader, and even the last, I'd say 16-18 inches is just hand exciter line. So the leader itself is probably only 3.5 foot. Then I go down to a tippet ring after the hand exciter line, and I just put, I run about another 3-foot piece of the arc. I'm using 5X tippet today. And the fly of choice was designed by the Big Strive, and been using it lately for brookies, and it's been absolutely hammering the fish. So I don't know if it'll focus in, but it's a pink hare's ear designed by Strive. I'm going to tie that on. I'm sure, you know, if I am able to catch a couple fish, I'll try to get a good shot of it in its mouth or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to get that tied on. So stay along, and I hope it's a good little journey today. The weather's beautiful, beautiful backdrop. So let me get this rigged up, and then we'll go see what we can do. One last thing I want to mention real quick, now that I'm rigged up ready to go, is we just started offering the arc, the actual fly line itself. And one thing I really like about it, I'm not a big fan of the, you know, the bright orange fly lines or the real bright greens. When we got this in, my #1 feature of it was it has a very light olive color, and I think that's also essential to especially brook trout fishing. You know, they're such a skittish fish, and I really like the color of this line, and it casts nice, and you know, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna get to the stream and see how we can make out. Okay, just got set up on one of my first pools here. You can see it's going to be tight. There's overhanging trees, so I'm just going to sneak up and grab the fly, put a little flex in a rod, and some people refer to it as a bow and arrow cast. It's not the true bow and arrow cast, but see what we can get. I'm going to let it sink at the head of the pool, drift it down through, and hopefully there's one in there. So let's see. There he was. I just hooked one to run down below. Only made up a few runs now. Like I said, I hiked way down the stream, fished a couple pockets of bar, not too much action, did miss a couple, but right above this rock there's a little pool, so I'm gonna, pretty wide open, not too fancy about the cast, but see if we can't get one out of here. Hey, I did miss this trout the very first cast, but here's a look at him. Let me see if I can't get him up to the camera. I don't want to keep him out of the water, but just a little guy about 3 inches. You can see he took the pink fly, but I'm gonna get him out and get him released here. Okay, I'm just gonna get set up on this run. I know it's a little difficult to see, but there's a little soft spot right there at the rock. That's on my getting a little fogged up here. We're gonna try to drop it in. I have been picking up a couple in some little pockets on the way up through. Got a couple hookups on video, but I'm gonna drop it in. It's kind of fast here, but if anywhere, I think it'll be tucked in the soft spot under this rock. So. And there he is. Oh. Get him out of there. Okay, just like that. Another little pretty, beautiful little brook trout. Dip him back in the water here. Give me a nice look at him. Those squiggly guys. There he is. I want to get him released, but as soon as it hit the water the first time, he took it and I missed him, and then second time he ended up getting, so release that one. And what I did here is I'll give you a look. I'll pick up the camera. You can see, let me turn around the camera so I can see. You can see the water comes down pretty fast, and then there's a little bit of a soft pocket right there, and that's where that fish hit. So I'm going to try to get my camera lens unfogged and then keep moving up the stream here. Okay, there's not really a place to set up the camera here, but there's a pretty nice cut comes around the side. It has a big rock there. Like I said earlier, I hiked down this stream about 2 miles, and I have fished the headwaters of this, and I know it contains quite a few brookies. Down low doesn't seem to be as good. I believe I caught 5 so far, and I think 3 on the video, and a couple just in little pockets where I was casting, I was walking, didn't set up the camera. But I've been trying to set up on the little better pools, and I missed quite a few, but nothing fancy about this cast. I'm just going to plop it over. This is a major advantage of having a 10-foot rod here. I can stay back here, reach over that brush on the left-hand side, and bring it down through the run. So let's see if we can't get another one. There he is. Just like that, a brookie hook up. Oh, he was so small he fell out of my net. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that was a pretty little brookie, real yellow or orange on him. And what I did, I just worked each seam, came back, come underneath these undercuts. A lot of times they'll only let you catch one out of a hole, so I'm going to wrap up the camera and move on. Okay, nothing too fancy about the cast here. Ton of log jams and a couple deep pockets in here. So nothing fancy. I'm just gonna, advantage of having a big long syndicate 2-weight is I'm just gonna pull it out over and drop it down in, and hopefully they'll come out from behind a rock, which they do sometimes. So we'll see. Rock got tangled up in, but you can see I just walked up, dipped in, came out from underneath the rock and slammed it. I'm going to hit these next 2 little pools, but see if there's any more in there. Being covered with snow today. And there he is, just like that, snuck up in, drifted underneath that undercut. Let me get the fish up out. Beautiful, I mean, beautiful little brook trout. So, see if we can't get another one in there. It's a nice little pocket. Nothing fancy about the cast. There he goes. Just threw her up in, drifted along that seam, and smacked the first cast. I can't say enough about these pink nymphs. As soon as they hit the water, sometimes it's just game over. There's another one. Oh, there's a good one. Real big. Come on, baby. Good fish here. Okay. Yeah, this is the advantage of having a long rod. Boy, is that a beautiful fish. I'm going to get a still photo of this one, maybe throw it into the video. Let me get them down the water. But the advantage of having a longer rod is ideal. What a beautiful fish though. Maybe this will be the heading of the video. Could there be 3? That's that rare occasion where you get 3 in a row, especially brookies. I think they usually kill their buddies. But another solid. Man, are these beautiful trout. Feisty too. Another solid brookie though. My gosh, is this fun. So there he is. I wish I had more battery. I've never done 4 in a run. there it is. Oh man, that was number 4. I could see that fish come out and swipe it. Man, they're nailing it. Well, that was certainly an exciting adventure right there. Just absolutely gorgeous out today, and you know, different casting techniques. Some dip, some hold the fly, fling it up in. This one I just had to be careful and dropped it right underneath that undercut there. But man, it can be exciting, and the more time you spend on the water, the less trees you get in, and you know, keep that leader short is key, and a heavy fly. So anyhow, I'm gonna keep working up a little bit. Okay, I just got the camera set up back a little ways from this pool. I'm gonna sneak around to the right side. I should come into view. I'm gonna get right in front of this tree. Keep it kind of between me and the hole, but cast up to the head and see if we can't pull one out of here. Oh, that's a big one. Big fish. That's a nice one. All right, and that's probably my nicest fish of the day so far. About an 8-inch fish. You can see he smacked that right away, so there's a look at him. Want to get him down in back in the water as quick as possible, but yeah, what a solid, beautiful fish. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this guy too before I release him. Just landed a very, very nice brookie. You can see as soon as that fly hit the water, he hammered it. And look at that thing, beautiful. I'm gonna get him released here. Just slam these pink nymphs. Look at that. My video camera said I had 6 hours of battery life, and well, that lasts about 36 minutes. So I'm gonna try to get another fish or two before I close out the video. But been a great day, beautiful out. Ended up hooking about eight or nine fish. I don't know how many I got to net, just not too many. A lot wiggled off, and so stay tuned. Before I close out, I'm going to hit a couple more runs and call her a day. There's a good one here. Oh my, this is a beauty. Oh, this makes it worth it. Whoa, oh, look at that thing. That is a beautiful trout. He came right, I'm going to get him back in here and keep this fly out. But check that out. Beautiful fish. He came right out from underneath that log and absolutely drilled it. So I'll bring him back in. Yes. Gorgeous fish. So picking them up, you saw some different casting techniques, a lot of dips. The advantage, I can't explain the advantage of using a 10-foot rod on a small stream. I'd use my 9s and even shorter rods than that, but I just don't do as well. I mean, there's so many advantages to not spooking a fish, and when the water's crystal clear like this, there's not much you can do. So you got to stay back. One of the most elusive fish there are, in my opinion. So hope you're enjoying. Stay tuned. I know this camera's set up in an extremely odd place for self-filming, but if I can lob a cast up over there, there's a pretty decent run. I might have to close the video on this if I get one, because I only have a couple minutes left on my battery. It didn't last long at all. I don't know if it's cold or what, but let's see real quick. I gotta run over, grab my rod, then I'll be back into view. And there he is. I want to hurry up and get this little guy back. There he is. I want to hurry up and get this little guy back in, but oh my gosh, what a gorgeous fish. And I'll explain what I did there, but let me get him back in the water. I couldn't get into there to set up the camera or even literally make a cast, so I had to use the advantage of taking that 10-footer, lob her up over, and there's a nice little pocket and an undercut. He come out and crushed it, so I think I'm going to have to wrap up the video here. I only have a couple minutes left on the battery, but hope you enjoyed, hope you learned a little bit about brookie fishing, and it can be fast and furious, especially if you're not setting up the camera the whole time, and get out and explore. I mean, this is just awesome to me, other than the snow falling down my back every 37 seconds, but hope you enjoyed. All the fish were caught on the fly designed by the Big Shrive, and it's just the pink hairs here with the hairline pink dubbing, pheno skin wing case, and of course the lively legs. But what a great day, and hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to get back with the family now, so take care.